Welcome back. I call this deck Pure Archfiends. It is an alternative version of my original Archfiends deck. Link to it can be found in the video description. The main difference to the older version is that the Warrior of Serra, Mazera de Vilcor, has been removed and has been replaced by wider core of Archfiend monsters or Archfiend support cards in general. I start off by introducing to you our main boss monster. Terrorking Archfiend. He can only be normal or flip summoned while we are already in control of an Archfiend monster. But we can special summon him with, for example, Cyberjar or Marauding Captain. The Terrorking, once on board, requires us to pay 800 life points during each of our standby phases. If not paid as requested, he gets destroyed by his own effect. He has built-in protection from targeting effects if we roll a die, and the result is 2 or 5. Moreover, if we are to roll a 2 or 5, the opposing targeting effect is not only negated, but a card that targets our Terrorking is also destroyed. This often renders the opponent unwilling from targeting Terrorking at all, in the first place. The last effect Terrorking features is that he negates the effect of any monster he destroys in battle. No Recruiters, no Sangan, no flip effect monsters, nor the Warrior Lady, and no other floaters that resolve in a grave, such as Nimble Momonga or Apprentice Magician. For the Terrorking, we play 2 copies of the semi-limited Marauding Captain. The main purpose is that on summon, that is only on normal summon, we get to special any level 4 or lower monster from our hands, circumventing the need of an Archfiend already being present on our side of the field. Marauding Captain is easily accessible with the also semi-limited Reinforcement of the Army. Another Terrorking specific support monster card is Desrook Archfiend. Neglecting its usual Archfiend typical built-in potential protection from targeting effects and the Archfiend typical condition to pay certain amounts of life points, we want to focus on Desrook Archfiend in its role as a hand trap. Whenever the Terrorking on our side of the field is destroyed and sent to the grave, we may discard Desrook, thereby reviving our Terrorking from our grave. The last Archfiend monster included in this build that requires us to steadily pay life points is Shadow Knight Archfiend. A normal summonable with no specific condition being required for a summon, 2k attack point strong heavy hitter, with potential built-in protection from targeting. Downside, apart from the life points cost to maintain his field presence, is that the damage he inflicts to the opponent's life points is halved. The Archfiend specific support field spell is called Pandemonium. It nullifies the maintenance costs to be paid for most Archfiend cards, and whenever one Archfiend on board is destroyed by the card effect and sent to the grave, we get to search a lower level Archfiend monster card from our deck. The second effect means, with in total 9 level 4 Archfiends, if one of them dies by means of a card effect, we may fetch us from our deck 1 copy of the level 3 Desrook Archfiend. The last Archfiend monster that deserves to be mentioned in conjunction with this Archfiend themed deck profile has to be the vanilla 1900 attack strong beta Archfiend Soldier. Obviously, he does not require us to pay life points for costs, nor does he feature any built-in protection from targeting effects. But of course, his field presence suffices for the normal sum of Terrorking and for the activation of the Archfiend-related support card, Falling Down. Falling Down operates very similar to Snatch Steal. Main difference being, instead of granting the opponent life points turn after turn, it requires us to pay 800 life points during each of our opponent's standby phases. It only fits in an Archfiend themed deck, for, in order to be activated and to retain its field presence, it requires us to control at least 1 card that is treated as an Archfiend or has Archfiend in its name. For that very reason, the application of Falling Down becomes more feasible the larger the core of our Archfiend cards. That's why I also play one card, an Axe of Despair. That, according to official Goat format rulings, is considered an Archfiend card. With no Archfiends or even any monster at all at our disposal, we can easily commence a comeback by equipping Axe of Despair onto one opposing monster, implying we control an Archfiend card now, and thereafter are able to take control over that very same hostile monster Axe of Despair had been equipped onto with Falling Down. Now onto the second part of this deck, the non-Archfiend related cards. I opted to play one Dark Necrofear with so many fiend types in this build. Dark Necrofear, in order to be summoned, needs 3 fiends in our grave to be removed from play. If she dies in battle or by card effects, we again, as a recurring theme in this deck, get to equip her onto any opposing monster and take control over it. One powerful fiend in Sangan is included as a universal searcher. So is one breaker for spell and trap removal. One copy of Cyberjar to potentially overwhelm the opponent with our Archfiend lineup, especially with the special summonable Terrorking. And, for we play enough light and dark attribute monsters, Plagueluster Soldier is a viable force to be reckoned with in this deck. 2 Noblemen of Crossout, 1 Premature Burial, the 4th copy of Snatch Steal, so to speak, in Snatch Steal itself. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon, 1 Heavy Storm, the Trinity Pot of Wheat, Graceful Charity, and Delinquent Duo, and eventually rounding off this deck profile, 3 copies of Royal Decree, for in general protection from any hostile trap cards. That's it for this deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, your Retro Expert signing out.